just the nature of TikTok to pick up a story like this and for it just kind of explode from there? Is it a microcosm perhaps for Florida? And do people identify a lot of Florida stubbornness perhaps with Joseph's refusal to kind of leave the area? What do you think it is about this story that has really caused it to gain such traction?
Well, I think people are worried about him. I mean, he's missing a leg, and you can't help but just worry for the guy. And he also seems to be a very nice guy, and his sort of story has just gone viral. I didn't even realize it. My friend, I didn't even know. I didn't even know much about him, but I was getting all these texts like, "Oh, you're in Tampa. Can you please go check on Lieutenant Dan?" And I was like, "Oh my God, who's Lieutenant Dan?" I didn't even know where he was, and we were looking at his TikToks. I'm like, "Oh, he's right by where the pirate ship normally is."
Yep.
So we just went over there, and I think people just are worried about him. The only thing I will say, you don't realize when you look at the videos on TikTok, but I mean, that area, JB. He's docked right there near downtown. So, and that's what I told him. I'm like, if it gets really bad, like he can get off the boat. Hopefully he would do that and even just kind of run across the street. There's some buildings there and like a parking garage. So I'm hoping that, if it starts to really pick up right there, he could just get off. And we came down here a little ways. We're a couple miles down now, but we're going to go back and check on him. I was just telling my producer, like, we kind of want to go back every couple hours and just like see how he's doing over there.
Okay, so yeah, talk me through. I mean, you're obviously covering Hurricane Milton for News Nation as their senior national correspondent. Take me through where you're going to be focusing in on. Obviously, you checked in on Lieutenant Dan here and hoping that everything turns out okay for him. The latest, models that we're showing, of course, show that this is making a turn more towards Sarasota. That doesn't mean that Tampa Bay is really out of this by any capacity. There's still going to be surge, just not the catastrophic, unsurvivable surge that we've been talking about being a possibility for several days now. So I think it's safe to say that Joseph here is still in for significant impacts in the area. But where are you going to be focusing in on? What's the plan for you and your team?
Yeah, so we're just staying in Tampa right now. We were debating moving south. Maybe going to Bradenton, but I think right now we're going to stay in Tampa. I mean, it's, I was just looking at the radar. I mean, you have a better look than I do, but it looks like there's quite a bit coming our way here in Tampa pretty soon, kind of on the north side of the storm. So we're just kind of waiting to see what happens. I mean, we've been live on News Nation every hour. And we're just kind of, we're wet and we're sitting in the car very wet. I'm about to take off my wet socks here in a minute and let my feet dry off. And we're just taking it in at the moment, hoping that everything's going to be okay. Worried about, I'm a Floridian. I hope that it goes. I mean, I don't want bad things happen to Sarasota, obviously, but it seems like Tampa may have really dodged a bullet here.
It's certainly looking like the type of doomsday scenario, which was the worst case scenario for Tampa. We're not out of it yet, but based on the current trends, things are following the NHC's track from the 5 o'clock advisory yesterday, Brian, which was the notable shift outside of Tampa Bay and more to Anna Maria Island and south from there. So, you know me, I'm unpredictable. Why don't we? Who's in the car there with you? You want to share who you're actually
Lauren,
there
do you want to
with?
be on? Sure. Okay, Lauren, this is her big moment.
Hi, Lauren.
Say hi, Lauren.
Hi.
What do you? She actually lived in Tampa. So, what do you think about what's going on?
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. I was actually in Gulfport. I used to live in Gulfport, Florida, a while back, and that devastation after Helene was awful.
Sorry, I'm turning it the wrong way. Yeah, there you go.
And and I think while I don't think people should be at ease by any means, with this turning a little bit, because I grew up in hurricanes, and this is still going to be a bad one, I think.
Well, Lauren, I know that all the work you're doing behind the scenes. Just know that you're just always shouting out all the folks behind the camera as well as on camera itself. Anyone else you want to shout out, Brian? And I'll ask you a couple more questions. We'll get you out of here too.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Luis, our cameraman. He's in the car behind me. He's the best. And yeah, we're just, it's just, I just can't believe that we're out here and you're in the suit. I mean, you don't even wear like a weather outfit for a day like today, JB.
I'm
You
ditching it.
still wear the suit.
It's not going to last much longer, Brian. I'm getting out of this here
I
soon
was
because
thinking maybe like a weather polo, something to just kind of
Hey,
reflect the moment, but you're in the suit.
Brian,
we have room in our car.
Yeah, we have room here if you want to
can
come out.
join us.
it wouldn't be my first time doing storm coverage, and there is a part of me that would like to be in the car with you guys just to experience this a little bit. But of course, you know me, I'm here pressing buttons. Brian, I can't look good in everything. You look good in no matter what you
Oh,
wear,
please.
shirt and tie, polo, or the jacket. As far as look, two more questions I want to ask before I get you out of here. You and I both love this state. We love the state of Florida. Hurricanes are prevalent. This is part of what people have signed up for. In talking to people in your assignment, I know you were in Gulfport yesterday with you and your team, and now talking to people today. What is your sense of how are people taking this storm seriously? Because in previous instances with hurricanes and tropical storms in Florida, there's sort of been this, we've been through worse in the past. And then people will rattle off names of storms from Charlie to Irma to Ian, and then they say everything's going to be fine. Are you getting that sense from people out there, or do you think that people are taking this storm seriously?
I think they are. I mean, especially like in Gulfport yesterday. Um, I know Gulfport's kind of the place where you get some of those like kind of old Florida people that, ride out the storms. And I got the sense overall that people were leaving. And I think part of it was because of Helene. Like they had so much damage out there. There's still so much debris everywhere. There was so much flooding. I think people are just kind of worn out. Like, gosh, they went through hell with Helene and they just realized, I don't want to do that again. So, and even when we were driving over from Miami on Alligator Alley a couple days ago, the traffic was insane going east. Everybody was leaving. So I get the feeling that people are taking it seriously this time. I really do.
All right, I'll get you out of here on this. You and I are both animal lovers, and just an opportunity for us to both really quickly talk about how our pets are so important, and just animals in general are so important. When we're talking about a hurricane or a tropical storm impacting the area, I have an outdoor pet that I brought in this morning and flooded with treats, making sure that smiles abound. I know that you've seen some animals out and about. I saw your tweet from earlier, and so just a reminder to everybody out there: bring in your pets, bring in animals, do your very best. Because what Brian tweeted out a short time ago was really heartbreaking to see. Brian.
Yeah, it's that awful video. Someone tied a dog up along a fence along I-75, and FHP went and saved the dog. But it really I tweeted it, like, made my blood boil. But yeah, I mean, you just feel for people and for pets. That's one thing, like, I'm worried about Lieutenant Dan, but I also wanted to make sure he didn't have an animal, just because, like, that's a lot of those, like, sailboat people I've found will have, like, a dog or a cat on there. And not that I'm not worried about Lieutenant Dan, like, but sometimes the animals, they can't get off themselves or whatever. So luckily, he said he didn't have a dog on there. I checked. But yeah, anybody who has an animal, now is definitely the time to bring them inside for sure.
News Nation's Brian Enton and team Lauren and Lou there.
Hey, can you just explain something to me, JB, real quick? Then I have to go do this live shot.
Anything.
So we're by the bay right now,
Yep.
along Bayshore, and it looks like the water is like going down. Like,
Yes.
Is it going to suck the water out?
Do you want to know what it's going to look like, Brian? I'm going to show you some video here. You're not going to believe this. Oh no, actually, I loaded up the video from Lieutenant Dan, but let me explain what you're in for. So there is a phenomenon that occurs that when a hurricane hits south of Tampa Bay, all the water gets sucked out of it. It happened during Hurricane Ian. I'll try to rack up some of that video. I don't know if I can while I have you here on FaceTime, but because the storm, as of right now, is rotating the way that it is and moving south of Tampa Bay rather than north, the winds are going to be rotating in a way that it's going to be pushing all the water out of Tampa Bay. So if you're already seeing the bay get lowered, that's a trend that we expect to continue and continue significantly in the hours ahead. So keep an eye on Tampa Bay because
So will there be surge here? Like, does the water come back in and surge?
there will still be surge in certain spots in the Tampa Bay area, depending, of course, on the elevation and some other spots and some other factors. But the bay itself, kind of like draining a bathtub, there's going to be this effect where you're going to see the water come down. And that's
so interesting.
Yeah, Brian, I'll tell you. Look up what happened to Tampa Bay on your phone during Hurricane Ian, and you'll see that phenomenon that occurs.
Okay.
If the storm were to move north, all that water does the opposite. It rushes into the bay. So, yeah, you're watching it happen in real time, my friend.
I'm gonna go check it out. All right, good to see you, JB.
Good to see you, Brian. News Nation's Brian Enton on every hour. Everybody here on News Nation. Good to see a friend. And Justin, we'll bring it back in here. Talking about this storm. Yeah, he's already seeing the water levels come down a bit in Tampa Bay. Further proof that the storm is getting close and whipping those waters out of the bay itself.
Correct. It's about the wind and the circulation about the storm. So when you have an offshore wind blowing out of the bay, it moves the water out of the bay. Once the storm gets a little closer, and again, depending upon that exact track, as you mentioned, JB, we will know if the surge is going to enter Tampa Bay. The way things are looking right now, the center point is still forecast to come in just south of Tampa Bay itself, along the Sun Coast, Manatee, Sarasota counties. And it would be at that point in points to the south where we'd see a surge potentially of 10, 12 feet across the southern portions of the Tampa Bay area.
All right, so let's show everybody the real-time updates with the real-time wobble tracker. Last scans coming in at 2:40 and 2:50 Eastern, and it's almost directly on this line. Which is fascinating to follow here because
the Hurricane Center does a great job with their track forecast,
especially this close to a landfall event, right? We have a lot of model consensus now. The spaghetti models have shown that, but this turn is not just a series of wobbles anymore. We're noticing this turn happening in real time.
We are, and that's why we have this wobble tracker. It really shows it, like you mentioned, real time, and that core. That's what we're following. Looks like we may be getting a new image in, is the eye wall, that northeastern portion of the storm. That's where the 130-mile-per-hour winds would be found. And the reconnaissance aircraft will continue to fly this storm as long as it is offshore. And we are also able to use the land-based Doppler radar to scan the skies and get a handle on the wind field as well. Not at the surface, but aloft, and that can be extrapolated down to the ground. So as the system gets closer, we'll be able to keep it under surveillance from this point across the state and well out into the Atlantic Ocean as well, because those effects will be far-reaching, not only here across the Bay Area, but much of the state of Florida. Here's a live view outside overlooking the Skyway Bridge in angry Tampa Bay. You can see the white caps on the bay, definitely the camera being buffeted around by the tropical storm force winds.
Are we between bands here if there's not a lot of rainfall occurring on this particular shot?
Yep. That is in between a rain band. So that's just the pure tropical storm force winds, not even associated with the gusty, turbulent conditions associated with those rain bands.
So looking here, again, let's go back to WFLA.com/report it and show what is coming in across the viewing area. You can send in your photos and videos to WFLA.com/report it. Just a reminder, if you do so, please do so as safely and as responsibly as possible. We showed this one earlier from Preston. We'll continue on in the queue. I think we have to skip a couple here because we did see this one from Samantha. We did see this one in Northport from Andrew. Let's show. We did show this from. Did we show this from David? I don't think so. This one is new.
It doesn't look like it. So you can see that the water is already starting to kind of pool up. This is Northport, southern portions and inland portions of Sarasota County. Dealt with a lot of flooding in the past with numerous storms, tropical systems that have moved through that region.
Wow, Jamie, I think caught the tornado here in northern Clewiston, Florida. Okay. That appears to be
Wow.
What has
That's
been described as
incredible.
that wedge-shaped tornado that we were talking about earlier. Yeah,
Yes,
that is the
yes.
stuff of nightmares right
Yeah.
there.
I saw that tornado warning come out, and man, that's impressive video.
Again, only showing this because she's at a safe distance.
Exactly.
Do not, I don't have to tell people this, right? I shouldn't have to tell people this. Do not go in the direction of a tornado with your phone to capture a photo or video. But yes, this is at a safe distance. We can show this on stream. Next up, we've got the Gandy Bridge from Raymond on the the St. Pete side. Let's listen in. Yeah, so clearly water coming up on the Gandy as to be expected with this type of storm.
Correct, and we will see a water level rise during the period of high tide. I know that we were mentioning that the surge will be a lot less if the center of the storm stays to the south, but we'll be monitoring that in Tampa Bay. This is from Venice.
Yes, Venice, Florida, from Heather, sending away Milton, or trying to with her kids.
That's
says,
the
"Go
idea.
away, Milton."
We would all like that.
Thank you for sending this in. We really appreciate it. This is Juan from Pembroke's Pines,
South Florida.
Broward County, even Broward County, experiencing impacts. You can hear some of the impacts here.
Wow.
Winds beginning to whip up. Continuing on in the queue, flooding on La Villa Avenue in Northport. Oh, look at that. They added the timestamp, whether that's Snapchat or Instagram. That's very helpful. Thank you. Nico on La Villa Avenue in Northport sending out this flooded street. We really appreciate it. Sarasota, Mayaka State Park apparently receiving already, according to Zachary, in eastern Sarasota County, 6 inches of rain.
And a lot more is to come. Although I will say the model data as of late, again, indicating the heaviest rain, the highest totals north of the storm center. So that would be around Tampa Bay and points to the north along the Nature Coast. We're talking about Pasco, Hernando, up into Citrus counties and inland towards the Orlando metro area. But everybody will have these squalls moving through this afternoon. Here we are at the top of the hour at 3 o'clock as we are continuing with Tracking the Tropics here with JB.
All right, continuing on here, looking at some more submissions on WFLA.com/report it. Wow, time lapse. This is great, Jim. Thanks for sending this in. Time lapse from the Nest camera. So downloaded this time lapse, and what are we seeing here, Justin?
Wow, look at those clouds kind of rolling in. Incredible stuff. Different layers of the atmosphere you can see with the wind. I'm not sure exactly which direction the camera is pointed, but keep in mind clouds are just visible moisture, and the atmosphere is moisture laden right now. So again, we are all under a flood watch across the entire Tampa Bay area, and as these bands become a lot more frequent, flooding will become a lot more of an issue for parts of the area.
All right, Safety Harbor is up next. This is from Mark.
Safety Harbor spot directly on Tampa Bay, and you can clearly see what was like down here. Water moving south towards the causeway. The last one, the water came about 3 feet deep here on the foundation, and then Safety Harbor.
Thank you, Mark, for sending that in. And yeah, he says, I'm adjacent to Safety Harbor Resort and Spa, Upper Tampa Bay, looking at the water. Thank you for sending that in, Mark. That's super helpful. Again, another great weather report. Just be safe out there, folks. Adam says that this is Southgate, Sarasota, residential flooding. That's a front yard underwater already.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Next up in the queue, we have a shot of what appears to, wow, look at that, off in the distance. This is one of the tornadoes that have been confirmed to have touched down. This is Montoura, Florida, Hendry County. We don't even, I don't think we have a crew anywhere remotely close to this spot. So this is
down
super
around Lake
helpful tool.
Okeechobee. Yeah.
Yep. Let's.
Right now, connecting really the northernmost extent of Collier County. So right now.
Yeah, and listening to some news coverage there in the background. This is from Gelmir. Thank you, Gelmir, for sending this in. Let's go to Davis Islands. Small surge already coming in from the east.
Behind it, we're wrapping around the storm. So you can see it's coming in from the sea from the Harbor Island side.
Wow. So already Davis Island's located right in the heart of Tampa Bay. So already seeing impacts there.
Very low lying, and that is to be expected, along with Harbor Island as well.
All right. And last one in the queue for now, Kelsey sending in this wind and rain in St. Pete. Wow, look at how heavy this is. In a non-evacuation zone. She's at 40 feet of elevation, she says.
Which is unusual in Pinellas County. Not a whole lot of that.
You can see that she's kind of sticking her phone out real quick. Oh yeah, look at the stop sign. I mean, yeah, that's torrential rain and significant wind gusts coming in. Kelsey, thank you so much for sending that in. We really appreciate it. We've got live reporters standing by. We're going to be going to them here momentarily. Justin, any update coming down? Oh, yeah, we do have the 3 o'clock update. Max wind speeds 130 miles an hour.
Correct. So at this point, the National Hurricane Center will give us new updates hourly now. As the storm is getting closer to land, they'll update the position. We'll get a new forecast track tonight at 5 o'clock. That's simply because of the new model data that is coming in. But at this point, it's more of a nowcasting where we kind of babysit the radar, keep an eye on the wobble tracker as the core of the storm will be moving onshore. So if we are our listeners and viewers down in Manatee and Sarasota counties, this is going to be a really rough go of it. If you haven't experienced a hurricane, it's going to be a scary night. I talked to a lot of folks down there, and we have so many people that have just moved to the Tampa Bay area here along the Sun Coast and really just don't know what to expect. This is going to be a very difficult night, JB.
I just, it's interesting. I was curious if the NHC was going to issue an advisory of some kind. Look at how close this is to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it really is.
So the track right now, from a speed and an arrival time perspective, is just flat out wrong. Based on all the math that we've been doing, our entire weather team here at WFLA, predicting this to make landfall in the next 5 to 6 hours. So, the idea that the storm is going to be Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m., there would have to be a massive slowdown to occur for that to be. And the factors, according to Jeff and the team, Justin, the factors for that slowdown just really aren't there.
Well, it's being picked up by the jet stream, and it's accelerating the storm. And this is good news when it comes to getting the storm in and out sooner. But as I mentioned earlier, the rainfall amounts will be lessened due to this forward motion of the storm. And that's critical. We want it to get out of here quickly, but it also is maintaining its strength, currently a Category 4, forecast to decrease in intensity as it does move onshore. And that's simply because of the dry air intrusion. Water temperatures just off of our coastline aren't quite as warm as what the system dealt with out over the open waters of the Gulf. So again, an incredible radar image that we're watching here on the Max Defender radar, and the center of the storm may be trying to broaden out. So with a larger eye, it could in theory go over the southern portions of Tampa Bay. So it's going to be very interesting to watch the radar trends as this storm does move onshore. The thinking right now, again, down that center line, you see Manatee, Sarasota counties, but again, that window of possible movement, the forecast cone still does include southern portions of Tampa Bay. So we caution everybody, we're in the midst of dealing with a hurricane. The onslaught is underway, and everybody should be definitely hunkering down as really the core is not all that far away from our southern communities of Manatee and Sarasota.
All right, we'll continue to monitor progress of the storm. Let's check Wobble Tracker. Haven't checked that full screen in a bit. Recent scans as of 3 o'clock. And yeah,
it's right on. It is right on. And again, the concern now, look at those heavy red bands that you see, what we call rain bands, spiral rain bands, spiral into the storm. That's where those tornado warnings are coming from. We've had that those numerous tornado signatures, that scallop nature that we see. And our team is on the air on WFLA right now, covering each one of those tornado warnings using the advantage of our Max Defender radar. And that's what we'll have to deal with for tonight. The active tornado warnings, the increase in the sustained winds, the tropical storm force winds will become hurricane force winds. And wherever that core does make landfall, which we do think it will be Manatee and Sarasota, your winds may actually stop during the center of the storm. That's the eye. And we encourage people, a lot of folks want to go out in it, but you really should continue to hunker in and stay in place, and before the backside of the storm will begin to move on shore. But this is happening, and it's not something we're waiting on any longer. It's underway at this point in time.
All right. Here live with the WFLA.com/wobble tracker. Very, very helpful tool. We're trying to bring in some live reporters here as well and trying to get them involved in the live stream. Let's get you back to the most recent updates from the NHC. Wow. Hold on a moment. Those are going to cycle back here in a moment, but the spaghettis have come together. We've gotten in new model runs on the spaghetti models, folks, and I want you to see the most recent spaghetti models. And they might have been flashing on screen for the last several minutes, and I might have missed it, but I just caught it. And I want everyone to look here at the spaghetti models because we have way more model consensus, as to be expected. The storm is basically knocking on our front door, if not plowing its way through the front door. But look at that.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's all over Sarasota.
It is. And that's exactly what we look for. We look for that grouping. And if you think back a day or two ago, what we were up against as forecasters.
Hold that thought 1 second,
sure,
Justin.
Absolutely.
We've got Jeff Patterson.
Gotcha.
Yes, we are in the Max Defender 8 Storm Chaser vehicle. We have now left I-4 and are on the Solomon Expressway. I just want to give you a look outside because we have seen some pretty interesting conditions right now. Has been strong. We have seen incredibly hard rain. Normally you would be able to see downtown Tampa out of the camera that is pointed ahead, but right now it is raining so hard you can't even see that far. So a couple of things we have observed. Thankfully, most people are staying off the roads. We have seen a couple of automobile accidents up on I-4 for people who were getting out and trying to drive around. So the conditions are very dangerous. You have to be really careful when you're driving outside. Up ahead, as you may be able to see, that should be just the downtown buildings, but it's raining very hard outside right now, and we are still hours away from the major part of Hurricane Milton. So thankfully, as I said, people are staying inside. We did pass by the state fairgrounds where we saw a huge pile of debris that is up, and we're keeping a close eye on that to make sure it doesn't blow across the interstate. So we'll keep an eye on things out here. We are going to settle to a location soon to be safe and to bring you the best coverage possible. But for now, Jeff Patterson, 8 on your side. Back to you guys.
All right, out there in the storm chaser doing his job. Thank you, Jeff. We appreciate that. And of course, to ensure.
And Jeff Patterson, our chat lighting up, shouting out Jeff because he's our veteran storm chaser / storm journalist. And he has been through, he was with us in Helene, Ian, Irma.
He's seen it all.
He's seen a lot of storms hitting the state. So we're going to be tapping in. I think we're going to try to bring him onto the show here. But let's go back and listen into Brittany Muller, Manatee County.
Track holds as it is now.
It really is, and that's the major concern out here, especially from the public safety director, Jody Fisk. She says wherever you are now is where you should be riding out Hurricane Milton because the weather is only going to be deteriorating. You could see we're in one of those lulls right now. The rain bands have been pushing throughout the day. Right now, we're getting some wind gusts, light rain, but it's been on and off and heavier. It was this morning, and right now, the major concern is about those debris piles from Hurricane Helene. They're still out there. We saw when driving around massive piles of debris. We're talking about furniture and mattresses, steel, kitchen cabinets that are all on the side of the street because people had to remove and gut their homes because they got 4 or 5 feet of water inside. And so now that's a concern because those items could become projectiles. So Manatee County says it's removed at least 10 million pounds of debris ahead of the storm. So we're out here monitoring the conditions, and hopefully you're in a safe place. And that's the message from county leaders at this point. County leaders also say they've been fielding calls from residents. They've been receiving at least 5,000 calls everywhere from sandbags or shelters. We do know at least 16 shelters are open in the county. And when we were driving around at 10 a.m. this morning, more more elementary schools were opening as we arrived on site because the need is so great out here. People are taking advantage of those evacuation orders and they're moving inland into a safe place. And that's what we like to see. People's lives are at risk. We've heard it from local officials. And so people are heeding those warnings and taking this storm very seriously. For now, reporting live in Manatee County, Brittany Muller, 8 on your side.
Thanks, Brittany. And although Polk County is definitely inland, emergency management, they're expecting lakes and rivers to rise. They're also going to feel a lot of rain and a lot of wind.
Well, you got wind, you're going to have down trees. In fact, Jeff and Rebecca just a moment ago talking about a tornado warning that was there, so we know tornadoes are a factor. News Channel 8's Georgia MacArthur is joining us live from that location in Polk County, keeping tabs on things there. So what are you seeing, Georgia?
Hey, Keith and Stacy, I am getting hit with the rain back to back. The rain is starting to pick up here in Polk County, as well as the wind gusts within the last half hour. Like our Max 8 Defender meteorologist said, there were a couple possible tornadoes in the East Polk area. Now, we are here at this nearby hotel plaza where we've seen quite a few evacuees. I spoke to a man who says he left from Pinellas County after, hearing from what happened in Helene. He said he didn't want to take any chances when it came to Milton. So we spoke to a lot of people here. This hotel nearby is full, as a lot of the hotels throughout the county. The rain's still starting to pick up here, and we know flooding and the strong winds is a very possible concern. But it seems like much of Polk County is taking this weather very seriously and staying indoors. Reporting live in Polk County, I'm Georgia MacArthur, 8 on your side.
All right, thank you, Georgia.
All right, so that was a look into our newscast on WFLA News Channel 8. Back with the Wobble Tracker. And folks, if you haven't seen this, if you haven't been monitoring this on your computer or your tablet or your phone at home, and there's an update there. This is the trend that we have been watching. Earlier, Justin, I was talking a little bit about the snaking effect, and you see it there on the blue line on your screen, that this was slithering in the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, you're Chuck. It's funny, Justin's laughing, but I'm not a meteorologist, Justin is, so that's my word, slithering through the Gulf, not a meteorological term, but it does accurately, kind of portray what we have been seeing. And even if you take the Wobble Tracker south, there's even more slithering back and forth that occurred. North, then northeast. North, then northeast. And it slithered its way. Now, if this holds, is this... well, you know what? At this point, we're just so far into this, I'm just going to keep with this whole snaking thing. Has the snake stopped slithering, so to speak? Are we continuing this northeast trend in the hours ahead? Because any wobbles off this track now could have significant impacts for the Gulf Coast side of Florida, the Tampa Bay region.
Absolutely. We're going to watch that snaking, as you call it, JP.
Yes, thank you.
Closely, because any wobble or deviation to the north, in particular for Tampa Bay, we're talking Pinellas and Hillsborough counties, that will really have an influence on the storm surge. And that has been our chief concern, is that amount of water that we will see getting into the bay.
Oh, really quickly, I'm sorry, Justin, I want to interrupt. We have our backup location up and running. Let's listen in.
12 to 18 inches of rain, and that's going to start. It's starting right now, but the heaviest rain starting 6, 7, 8 o'clock, and then all the way through about the midnight hour once this gets out of here. So a lot of rainfall rates, 3 inches an hour. Yeah, it's going to be heavy.
And I know you back in Tampa and downtown at WFLA have talked about the timing of all this. For our friends there, it will start, 7, 8 o'clock is going to get really heavy.
I mean, it's looking like a landfall around 7, 8 o'clock right there in Sarasota County. And, of course, we're to the north. But still, that doesn't mean we're not going to get the rain and winds.
Okay, well, we have a small, compact crew here, kind of holding down the fort, so to speak, here in this hotel up in Wesley Chapel, just off of I-75. Weather not too bad right now. We're just making sure all the systems are in place. So if you need us, we're here. Hopefully you won't, but everything hopefully is well back there in downtown Tampa. We wish you all well, to be safe for our entire crew, and we will be here when you need us. So for now, we'll send it right back to you in the studio.
All right, the same to you both. Thank you.
Wow. So Eric did make it safely, obviously, to Wesley Chapel. Not that he was ever going to have any problems. He probably flew up there with the roads being largely empty. Right. But a shout out just to the WFLA production crew that have moved heaven and earth to get a backup location up and going in Wesley Chapel. It'll be interesting to check in. Oh, we might have an update on Lieutenant Dan, apparently.
Went to evacuate and is actually riding out the hurricane inside his boat. Listen. Worried about, everybody wants me to get off the boat, tied up to the cleat on the dock there, and it's secured in the concrete, which is secured to all this thing. I have a secured anchor point.
I mean, it's hard to even hear what he's saying because of the wind, right? He says he's actually not concerned and is anchored right by Bayshore Boulevard. Well, he should be concerned. This is exactly what you shouldn't do. If you recall, just yesterday, Mayor Jane Castor issued a dire warning telling people that if you stay in your evacuation area, you are going to die. I mean, this guy is literally riding out the storm inside his boat. Well, let's show you some other videos that we got from viewers.
Yeah, no, they're going through the same reported stuff that we had up earlier. It's with the story that became the whole Lieutenant Dan thing, and again, Joseph is his real name. Joseph was thought to be evacuated because Tampa Mayor Jane Castor said that he had evacuated from his boat. Clearly, that is not the case. That is a story that has gone viral on TikTok, I'm told. I'm not. Are you on TikTok?
I am not.
I'm not on. Well, I'm on it, but I'm not on it.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
It does.
I don't use it all that much. Yeah, there was a time when we were doing some stuff for news on my WFLAJB TikTok account. I haven't checked it in a very long time. Mm-hmm. Maybe I have followers there. Maybe I don't. Maybe there is.
You do, JB.
Maybe there are great videos that are. I'm sure there are. TikTok is a vibrant place. I think vibrant's a fair word. But I'm unfamiliar with the massive TikTok sort of story that has become Lieutenant Dan. But we can confirm that he is still there in his boat, not listening to evacuation orders. Again, that's not flood zone A, B, or C. That is flood zone like 0. I don't even know if that technically even falls in the flood zone area. But look, if you're in that area, if you're Lieutenant Dan, you got to get out of there, because even though there has been favorable developments with the track, Justin,
yes,
Tampa is still going to see significant impacts from the storm. Just look at radar here. Do you see everything on the north side of the storm? Look at that right there. See the north side?
Yeah.
That's heading for southern Tampa Bay, and might be heading directly for where Lieutenant Dan is going. Might be heading directly where we're located in downtown Tampa.
And that is a concern. That's one of the reasons we have our backup location that we just heard from Josh and Eric there in Wesley Chapel, and the station has done an excellent job. That was a point that you made earlier. I mean, you have to, if you're our viewers at home, to think about trying to move a television station, the undertaking that involves. Really, our hats off to our chief engineer here, our news director, and general manager for putting that plan in place. And it's all to keep us safe here at the TV station, and so we can continue to broadcast to our viewers and keep everybody informed as this dangerous storm is now moving into the Suncoast region. So as we look at the track,
I want to show you here something really quickly, Justin, because on the line we have from the Max Defender 8 storm vehicle driving in an unknown location. Let's bring in News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson. Jeff, that shot you just had showed the Max Defender 8 camera on top of your vehicle shaking quite a bit. Where are you joining us from, and how are you, my friend?
Good evening, JB. We are doing just fine. We just came off of Interstate 4. We drove past the State Fairgrounds and are now heading onto Bayshore Boulevard. I'll take you outside. I am starting to see a lot of water come down to the Bayshore, and it is not completely impassable at this time, but I would strongly urge people to stay off the roads. One thing I will tell you, JB, that I'm seeing, take a look at these homes over here, some of the beautiful mansions along Bayshore Boulevard. In all of my years, all of the years that I have reported at Channel 8, I have never seen the homes on Bayshore boarded up before a hurricane. At least I cannot recall it. And I saw this yesterday, people preparing, to get ready for this storm, boarding up these beautiful homes. And of course, several of them during Hurricane Helene suffered damage along the Bayshore. We saw a lot of storm debris, piled up on the curb. An amazing thing that we saw about an hour and a half ago is that there was a crew from the city of Tampa out with a debris collection vehicle, picking up the storm debris so that it would hopefully not become projectiles during this weather event. I'm going to have to use the windshield wiper on top of the camera here, because you can see now that the water, just from the rain, this isn't from the storm surge, this is just from the enormous amount of rain that we've been getting in downtown Tampa today. It's starting to come down the hill and starting to really kind of overwhelm the storm sewer system here along the Bay Shore. But just take a look at that. All of these homes that don't have the impact-resistant windows have wisely elected to board up. And so people have been preparing here. The sad thing is a lot of the people who are on Davis Islands and other low-lying areas haven't even recovered from Helene yet. I know people who live on Davis Islands who have been working very diligently, very hard to clear out their home from all of the saturated items from Hurricane Helene. They've been cutting their drywall, getting rid of those things from inside of their home that have been collecting because of the damage that unfortunately they suffered during Hurricane Helene. And now here we go again. It's kind of a 1-2 gut punch, if you will, to the people who live here. The other thing I can tell you is that I do personally know people who did not evacuate during Hurricane Helene who are now out of their homes and on the road, or hopefully to the location that they were going to go to. I know people who headed south to the Miami area. I know people who headed north to Georgia to get out of harm's way. I have to say, I believe that's a wise decision, especially with the strength that we are seeing from Milton. So a lot going on here, and we are headed to a location ourselves to get you good coverage and yet stay safe. But you can just tell, thankfully, there's very few people out on the Bay Shore right now, JB.
Hey there, Jeff. This is Justin Mosley back here at the station, and just had a quick question for you. I know I can see your camera driving along Bay Shore there, and what an incredible image. So famous for the flooding that goes on with these storms every single time. But are you noticing any a drop in the water levels in Tampa Bay? I know you've seen a lot of that over the years covering the storms here at News Channel 8.
No, I have not seen, and I know what you're talking about. It depends on where exactly this eye wall goes over us. I know friends who walked out, onto the mud after the water got drawn out of Old Tampa Bay. I would strongly suggest that is not necessarily a wise decision because, the water goes out, but the water can come back in really rapidly. It's really muddy out there. You don't want to get stuck in a mud hole in, Old Tampa Bay when that water comes back in. So still seeing a good deal of water out in the bay right now along the Bay Shore. We are not seeing waves crash over the balustrade as we have seen in other storms yet, but of course we are hours away from the major intensity from Hurricane Milton. So, just beginning to see the downed tree branches and street flooding and things like that here. Again, I really admire the crew from the city of Tampa that was out collecting that storm debris, doing everything they could up until the last minute here in preparation for this really powerful hurricane.
Hey, Jeff, it's JB here. First, I want to give a shout out to who's ever driving the vehicle, always giving a shout out to our crews behind the scenes as well. If it might be, is it Joey?
It is Joey Capistran, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who has been with me now for a number of these hurricanes. Joey does an incredible job, and I feel very confident and very safe with Joey driving this vehicle, and will feel confident and safe when we are standing out in it as we get to our location here. But we just thought we'd bring you some of the images as we are driving along Bay Shore, past the Academy of the Holy Names now, places that people are certainly familiar with. The amazing thing to me, JB, was just to see the level of damage even after Helene along the Bay Shore. I mean, we saw, retaining walls that were blown out by the storm surge, concrete down, people's belongings from these beautiful homes along the Bay Shore that were saturated, and they suffered damage. So, we're not immune. Even people here along the Bay Shore, and certainly we know a lot of people on Davis Islands who suffered a great deal of damage from Helene. And so everybody has been keeping a very close eye on exactly where Milton will hit, because where Milton hits is incredibly important in terms of that storm surge. Is the water going to be drawn out of the bay or pushed up into it? A few miles will make a huge difference. And so paying attention to Jeff Beardelli's wobble tracker is very important for all of us now. Real-time tracking of this storm becomes incredibly important. But of course, we hope that the people who are in harm's way are out of the way and not, not trying to be brave and ride it out into an area where you can't get out. I will tell you that unfortunately I was out on the Barrier Islands after Hurricane Helene, and I talked to the neighbors of several people who had elected to stay. I can remember there was one woman who was in her 80s who told her son that it's her house and she's not leaving, and it was incredibly sad. She called during the storm and said, "Can you help me?" And by then there were 5-foot waves coming down her street. Waves coming down her street from the storm surge. It would have been impossible at that point to evacuate her. And so, unfortunately, she perished in her home. She stood her ground and passed away because of it. So I sincerely hope that the people who need to get out, especially the elderly or people who have special needs, are out of harm's way at this time, because literally you're down to the last few minutes here to make that kind of a decision to evacuate. And I just urge anybody who can get out to get out if you need to.
Jeff Patterson reporting for us with Behind the Wheel. Joey Capistran, a great team here with Jeff Patterson in front of the camera, Joey behind it, and of course manning the Max Defender 8 Storm vehicle. The Max Defender 8 Storm vehicle, folks, is a 1 of 1. So Jeff, I'm going to ask you this. What is your plan for the coming hours? We know that the worst is ahead for Tampa, for, south of Tampa, all the way through to Sarasota and the greater Sarasota area. So where do you plan on heading? And perhaps you can also, between live shots, here's some debris there in the roadway you got to get around. Perhaps between live shots on WFLA News Channel 8, you could check in with us, and perhaps we can bring you back on as the storm worsens in your particular area.
Yeah, happy to do that, JB. Our plan is to stay here in Tampa, and we have plan A, B, C, and D, if you will. It kind of depends on which way. I'm looking at some street flooding down here in the Inner Bay area. But we're going to keep a close eye on exactly where Hurricane Milton makes landfall. That will be incredibly important as to where we plan to go during this storm. We have places that we know that we can safely retreat to because, I have lived in this community for a long time and feel reasonably confident that we know areas that we can get to and that we can evacuate to if we need to remain safe and at the same time try to bring you the best coverage possible.
Jeff, I think the next upgrade that we got to make for the Max Defender 8 Storm vehicle, we're going to talk to our engineers about it. You ever been to the theme parks and they have the cars that can go in the water and then it becomes a boat? You know what I'm talking about? Why, Justin, why don't we have the Max Defender 8 Storm vehicle have the bottom of a boat? You know what I'm talking about, right? What's the name of those vehicles,
Amphibious.
Jeff? The amphibious vehicles, Jeff. Maybe we got to add that to
so,
the budget
so
next
last
year.
thing. Yeah, no, last thing I want to do is be in a submarine in the middle of a hurricane, guys. But thanks for the thought.
Of course, thinking of Jeff Patterson and Joey Capistran. Guys, be safe out there in all seriousness. We are going to be checking in with your shop periodically. Jeff, just be aware that if you see something on the roadway, something that I see on our grid here in the Stream Center, I'm going to punch up your camera and maybe without audio, but I'm just going to take that feed if we see something interesting.
I'll unplug my mic so you don't have to listen to my incessant chatter.
No, the incessant chatter is quite popular on social media from veteran storm chaser and journalist Jeff Patterson. Jeff, thank you for your time and all the best to you and Joey.
All right, thank you.
All right, we hope to check in with you guys later on. Let's go back to the real-time wobble tracker on WFLA.com. This is the critical window now for wobble tracker. This is what we have made this tool for. It is why it was created, exactly for this scenario, to understand when a storm is making its approach, its final approach to our beautiful home, to the state of Florida, whether or not it is going to wobble more towards Tampa and Pinellas County and Hillsborough County, or whether it's going to stay on track, perhaps for Manatee, County, or is it going to wobble south, Sarasota County, and towards Venice?
And that remains to be seen. And that's the critical work over the next several hours is to try and figure out and pin down where that core does make landfall, because it really will dictate where the storm surge is the highest. And if it is over our southern communities, Manatee and Sarasota, it's at the point of landfall and points to the south. That is the area that we are concerned about for the highest levels of storm surge.
And we'll, of course, keep the Wobble Tracker streaming just by itself on WFLA.com/Wobble Tracker. Yeah, all of our reporters are using it out in the field. Our meteorologists have it up and ready to take at a moment's notice. As I understand it, it's being streamed solo by thousands upon thousands of people across multiple different platforms. So we're really grateful that we have created something here at WFLA that is of such great and tremendous use to people, and we will keep it up throughout the duration of the storm. The Wobble Tracker, by the way, is not going to be useful for just the approach, but as it moves across land too, Justin, I'm sure that there are people in the greater Orlando area, south of there, even on Florida's East Coast, that could use this tool because, yeah, the storm is going to move and shift a bit as it's over land as well.
For sure. And because of the frictional component of the winds and with these outer bands, they're already seeing some effects with the numerous tornado warnings that are coming out from the local National Weather Service offices all across the state of Florida at this point.
All right, folks. So we'll continue to monitor the real-time Wobble Tracker on WFLA.com. The time is now 3:34 in the Stream Center with WSNN Chief Meteorologist Justin Mosley. Justin, anything you want to share, any observations in the last several minutes that you've been paying attention to from your vantage point?
Well, as of 3 o'clock, the storm was located 120 miles to the southwest of Tampa. So it is getting closer. And again, what we're concerned about is the core right around the eye wall there, as you see, with our Wobble Tracker, which does contain the strongest winds and the heaviest rains. And the outer fringes that we're dealing with right now across much of the Tampa Bay area, containing a lot of tornadic activity. We've seen numerous tornado warnings come out, and that will continue in that northeastern quadrant. That's what we look for ahead of the core of the storm, which we may see an advisory come out once it gets a little bit closer to making landfall.
Showing the max fender rate storm vehicle, going through some of the side streets of Tampa.
A lot of ponding on the roadways there, for sure. This is from our Jeff Patterson out there, just offshore from Bayshore Boulevard. And again, low-lying areas, water is already beginning to kind of pile up here, and things will just get worse from this point on.
So let's go back to WFLA.com/reported and show some of the content that is coming in from you, everybody out there watching from around the area. Again, please use this tool safely and responsibly. Do not put yourself in harm's way for a photo or a video. It is not worth injury or worse. Let's continue on, and we showed this one from earlier from Kelsey. This is flooding in Northport from Josh as of 1:05 p.m., and it shows, pooling water here from Josh. And we've seen a lot of photos coming in like this one. Thank you for sending it along. Oh, wow. We've got a downed a palm tree. This is Fort Myers on McGregor, Justin.
Just speaks to these bands that we're already seeing. Tropical storm force winds already onshore across a good portion of the state of Florida. And we're looking for the hurricane force winds to be moving ashore within a short period of time. So now is the time to just be hunkered down. And that's unfortunate to see that down in Fort Myers there.
Let's continue on WFLA.com/reported and showcase next this shot from Jacksonville Beach. Okay. Yeah. I would imagine
on the East Coast. And again, they're going to see storm surge as well coming in off the Atlantic because of the circulation of the storm is so large at this point. As I mentioned earlier, it was a very tight, compact storm. And as it gains latitude, it's starting to feel those upper level winds and of the jet stream, and the storm begins to kind of broaden out. And again, Jacksonville, Northeast Florida, along the first coast, dealing with wave action like that. It's only going to get worse throughout the night as the storm traverses across the state.
Let's see here. Passing along the next one, and it is ponding in Northport. This one coming in from Alexander on, let's see here, Miami Trail around
Tamiami Trail.
Tamiami, thank you. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's got Miami in it, so it threw me
Tampa
off.
to Miami. That's where that originated.
Yeah,
US
I know.
41.
See, I'm unfamiliar with that one, so
Yeah.
I know US 41.
Yes.
I did.
Commonly known as Tamiami Trail in that portion of Sarasota County.
And clearly significant flooding occurring here. Moving on the queue on WFLA.com/report it. The wind and rain in Tampa is what we're focusing on here from Major at 2 o'clock. Major, thank you for sending that one in. Yeah, it's showing a rain band moving through the area, no doubt. Next up, this is from Deep D, St. Petersburg downtown, high winds and rain. Thank you, Deep D, for sending that one along. Wow, look at this. This is, I don't know, what are we looking at here, Justin? This is from Bradley in Fort Myers. According to our viewer, now I have to be very clear. According to our viewer in Fort Myers, Bradley, this is an area that a tornado hit.
Gotcha.
Now, look, we can't independently confirm that at this time. It says aftermath of tornado. That was the comment that was put in. Not saying that we're not here to believe you, Bradley, but also at the same time, we can't confirm that until obviously, we have reports from the National Weather Service of a confirmed tornado in the area that you're sending this in from. But for what it's worth, everybody, that was the comment that was sent in with this picture. Gotcha. Let's continue on and show Philip joining us west of Lake Sebring, 3 o'clock.
Okay, Sebring Inland, that is Highlands County, and the water is already starting to pile up there. Again, when we were looking at these videos here coming in, it's interesting to me because it's a good way to get a handle on the rainfall amounts that we have been forecasting. So the swath is the thinking right now, 5 to 10 inches with localized higher amounts. And that's going to be critical, again, where
tornado
the storm...
warning just coming in. Polk County, Highlands County, from 3:39 to 4:30 p.m. So passing that along. So if we have a tornado warning segment on WFLA News Channel 8, we'll be going to that next. So stand by. I just want to pass that along.
A warning is for Haines City, Lake Wales, Lake Alfred area, which is in central Polk County. These storms will be moving very quickly from south to north. And again, the motion could be upwards of...
Here's a live look at the aqua fence. We just want to show this while we have a live picture on it. This is the aqua fence that, as we understand it, actually, no, I'm sorry. That was a previous look at the aqua fence. That was not live video. The aqua fence was used by Tampa General Hospital in Hurricane Helene to tremendous success, blocking storm surge and really the flooding of the Hillsborough River from making it into the first floor of the hospital. A phenomenal invention and one that perhaps saved considerable damage to Tampa General Hospital. Because Tampa, like us, TGH, right on the water, right on the Hillsborough River in downtown Tampa.
Yeah, surrounded by water there. So also known as a tiger dam, from what I understand.
Yeah, I think we're looking here at the Riverwalk, too. This is live now. Now I can confirm this is absolutely live. And so this is the Hillsborough River in downtown Tampa. We'll monitor live cameras and live pictures coming in from around the area. Here is Jeff Patterson on Bayshore Boulevard, and visibility is decreasing at this very moment. I think they are either entering a rain band, perhaps we can say. Let's bring up Wobble Tracker. and show.
Yeah, there's a squall that's moving right throughout South Tampa there on Bayshore Boulevard. And that's where we'll get the strongest winds in the short term, JB. I mean, those were the hurricane force winds that we've been concerned about is during the period of these tropical squalls that'll be moving through the area. Again, our team is out there surveying what's going on. Experience of Jeff Patterson in good hands there. But again, this just illustrates what's going on across much of the Tampa Bay area, southward along the Sun Coast and inland areas as well. Polk Highlands County, as mentioned earlier, that tornado warning continues for Polk County for the next few minutes with these very fast-moving tropical squalls and or tornadoes moving through the region.
All right, let's bounce around. I want to show some of our older sources. Hopefully these are still intact. This is Pier 22 Restaurant, Manatee River in Bradenton.
Yes.
You can see that things are picking up here. Let's go back if we can. I don't know if we have this anymore. Hopefully we do.
Before you do,
there's Key West. Things are improving in Key West, no doubt.
Yes. On that Manatee camera, it was interesting to me. If we can go back to that for just a second. Want to show this is looking westbound. Okay, so towards the Gulf of Mexico. That is the Manatee River that you're looking at there. And notice the water elements are moving away from the camera. So this is blowing an easterly wind, blowing water out into the Gulf of Mexico, which is minimizing the storm surge currently for Manatee and Sarasota County. This is going to be a great tool that we'll have to illustrate when the surge does come in. You can see the water elements right now moving out. So water levels aren't bad, Manatee, Sarasota counties, but again, the landfall point is forecast to go right across this particular area that you're looking at. And again, with that east component to the wind is keeping the water levels down, but that's all going to change as the center of the storm is getting closer. At last report, again, 120 miles southwest of Tampa. That means it is closer to downtown Sarasota and downtown Bradenton at this point in time. And we're most concerned about that semicircle that is the eye wall or the core of the storm, which contains the strongest winds, heaviest range, and the highest levels of storm surge.
So I'm really honed in here on the next scan of Wobble Tracker because look at this motion that is currently taking place.
There's been a jog or a wobble,
no doubt, and
so the north.
I'm curious when the 3:40 p.m. It doesn't come in at the precise time. It takes a moment for the scan to load, the frame itself to load, and we've seen frames load on screen. It kind of goes black for a moment because it's loading in the next image. I'm really curious to see what it looks like at 3:40, where the eye is in relation to this, and whether or not we are getting motion more east or more north, because clearly we're going northeast right now, but whether we're going north or east from here could have dramatic impacts over the area.
Absolutely, and that's why it's important to focus on that cone. Even though we are in, we're really honing this in. We're in the last approach, so to speak, of this storm making landfall. It's still within that forecast cone error, which I mentioned earlier does include the southern portions of Tampa Bay. So if it does take that northern portion of the cone, then that would obviously create a worse situation for
Kane wants me to yell at him, that's all. So that's what I'm about to do, because he wants me to yell at him. I have no idea why the hell you're not leaving, because it's crazy. There's tornadoes. There was one that looked to be, I think they said it was like 2 miles wide. I cannot believe you were staying there. This is what you want me to get on and say to you? You don't flood. Kane, where's the water at? What the fuck? That's a lie. Where the hell's the ocean at? How far are you from the ocean? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me how far you are. Yes, there was it was huge. Not where you are, I don't think. I don't know where the hell the tornado was. It was just really big. How are you above? What? Kane, no, you're not. You can't. No, you're not. You can't be. Oh, I don't have patience for that bitch. That's why she's blocked, because I can't deal with it. I was just laughing when she was saying stupid stuff because I can't even see what she says. I don't have patience at all. Kane, I swear to God. Oh my, yes, I know. That's anyway. I have no idea why anybody would ever. Oh my God, they should go to jail. But that's you know that's like tying your kid to a fucking pole to me. You might as well just do that if you're gonna do that. But anyway, please don't let no kids be tied to no poles. God, this world. Okay, now that's out of my head. That's awful. Oh, the road's gonna flood, but oh my God, I can't with you. Oh God, I don't have patience, Kane. I swear. Oh my God. Yeah, be right back. God, why is he doing this? Oh God. I'm muting myself for a minute where I can scream. No, Shaq, you're supposed to be yelling at him. Kane, you just want you want to listen to this because this is what I'm going to do to you the whole freaking time. And when I swear to God, I'm going to aggravate the piss out of you so bad. You are going to be like, I never want you to visit me again. I swear. Oh my God. I'm really going to. Don't be calling me that. Are you crazy? Fucking shit. God. Kane. Don't do that. Anyway. I'm going to cuss you out. But I'm going to aggravate the shit out of you. Yes, I saw that. Well, I didn't watch it all, but I saw it. Some of it. Ashley did too. Oh, you better been talking to Jackie. Gross. I think that's more, oh God. Anyway, I don't want to talk. No, you're not listening either, Kane, because if you're fucking listening, you wouldn't be sitting where you're sitting. So that's just like any other man. Fucking just do what you want to do. It's okay. Ask Shaggy. You should listen to what I say because I'm always right. Always right. Always right. Y'all, I'm home alone and I'm really excited. And I need to be on Rumble so I can play music. I'm not going to be able to do this YouTube shit, y'all. We have to go to Rumble because I can't do this no music. Especially with Kane aggravating the shit. I cannot believe he's sitting there. And then some man's in a damn boat. What is wrong with these people? Do y'all want to not live? What the hell? What the hell is... Where did you go, Heather? Kelly's Island. I don't know where that is. I've never been to Tampa, though. I've only been to I used to live in St. Augustine Beach. On St. Augustine Beach. And that shit's expensive. The insurance and stuff is ridiculous. And I've been to Orlando and Jacksonville. And where else have I been? And my brother was stationed in St. Mary's, Georgia. So that's right there at Jacksonville. Kane, I don't want to talk. I want you to go live. That's why I have the weather playing. I'm still sleeping. I woke up late today. Hey, y'all gotta hang on a minute because I gotta go pee. Well, I can't say. Look, I'm not God. I can't save your life, freak. I said I would help you. If something happened to your house, I can't. I'm not fucking Superwoman, and I'm fixing to put on this stupid Ride Up Church song because I have to go pee, and it'll be too quiet, and that's weird. Who? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, sometimes she aggravates me, but most people do except our group of people. The only people that don't aggravate me because I'm mean. Okay, hang on. I'm putting the song on because I really have to pee really bad. Hang on.
Back at it again, son. RXC, Redneck Nation, Black Flag, mother. I'll be in my truck, sitting at the park, rolling up a joint while I'm watching for the cops, laying on my hood. Yeah, it's after dark. I'm watching for the barge while I'm staring at the stars. This is where with a lot of hope, spent little time on everything I wrote, and somehow I stay afloat like a flat bottom riveted John boat. I'm a sharp shooter like Chris Cow, got slick jabs like Caleb Plant. CHEATHAM, bitch, I'm the man. Rolling through my town, swear no title, let my shit cross stand. I do it for the sticks and represent the kids who come from ranch. Never had a dream until I felt like I ain't had shit. Now I'm standing at the top with a Dixie flag in both my hands. Fuck it, don't accept me, I'll make sure you gotta see my face. Got honky shimmin' out to me in every single southern state. Don't worry, cracker, do your thing. No Russian boy, this ain't no race. But if it was, you know you cannot lie, you cannot mess up my truck. Sitting at the park, rolling up a joint while I'm watching for the cops, laying on my hood. Yeah, it's after dark. I'm watching for the barge while I'm staring at the stars. This is where I'm from. This is where I'm from.
Oh my fucking God. Do y'all know that these fucking dogs, one of them brought in a fucking dead squirrel. Oh my God. I just had to throw up. Y'all better get the fuck outside. Go. Get the hell. Go. Don't be bringing that dead in here again. Stop it. Oh my God. Fuck that. Oh. Nico, I swear to God, if you go out there and get out, oh my God. Heather, want some more dogs? Fuck that. I like being by myself. But not when there's, why do they bring dead stuff in here? Oh. Oh. That's gross. Who what? Heather, does your dog bring you dead animals? Oh my God, why do they do that? Oh, I think he killed the squirrel. Shit, we probably ain't got no squirrels no more. These dogs. Okay, y'all gotta hang on a second. No, fuck, it's not. Oh my God, no, it's not. Oh, fuck no. Oh, Nico, I'm not playing. You're not going out there getting that motherfucking thing again. No. Oh my God, I'm going to die. I threw my dustpan out the door too because I'm buying another one. I'm not using that one. Oh my God, I can't. Oh God. Y'all better be glad I had this mic off. I'm glad I put that song on because I screamed. Oh, you thought somebody's killing me, I swear to God. That's so nasty. Ew. Nico, you're not going outside. You might as well quit whining. I'm finna. Oh my God. You're not going to get the damn thing. It might be funny later. It ain't funny right now. I want to cry. That's so gross. Ooh. Where the fuck did Heather go? I swear she can't sit still. Ew! Oh, my gross. Thank you, Kane. I'm losing weight anyways. I was not going to be hungry, and now I damn sure I'm not hungry. Thank you. Gross. 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 That's nasty. Ew. I might live in, I don't eat roadkill. I might live in Alabama, but I do not eat roadkill. I just don't. It's gross. Gross. Can't. Oh shit, Ashley, quit posting stuff about this damn hurricane. God, that's so gross, Kane. Oh. All these dogs have beagle in them, so they're like hunting dogs. I swear, they catch everything. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Gross. Kane, I swear. Is your phone working? If you're unconscious, how the fuck? I ain't never been to Tampa. How are we supposed to find? Well, I mean, we can probably get to basically where you are, but I don't even know how many days it's gonna take us to get there. And you want to be in the middle of the shit, so that way you're driving me crazy. Now, I will definitely be up all night tonight. I'm glad I went to sleep last night. Shaggy said I was a vampire anyway. He didn't, because he did not even text me this morning or nothing. He just let me fucking sleep. No, I don't need to be at work at a certain time. It's okay. You hadn't heard from me. You're just going to not say nothing. I was like, nobody did not text me this morning. None of y'all asses. Y'all just, Trisha's missing. It's okay. Fuck. Sorry I had to holler at the dog because they were being stupid. Not you. I know you. I didn't figure your phone was fixed. Twiz was asking, and I think Shaggy asked too. Pizza. Fucking pizza. Yeah, because Chrissy said she would cook whatever the hell it was you were talking about. I was like, so he thinks we're cooking? Okay, asshole. You're such an ass. Heather, where are you? Let me text this bitch. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Trisha works. Hang on, Carla. No, the last one, that job I was talking about was still with United Healthcare, but it was with a third party company. I've been working straight directly through United Healthcare for like 2 years now. 2 years? Almost 3. I would have to look at it, but I didn't like the company that I was third party through. They don't even do it anymore. But I had to wait till I finished my degree. Well, I didn't have to, but I did so that I could get the job. Well, I didn't know I was going to get the job I have now, but I wanted something besides just a regular call center. And I didn't want to be a team supervisor because I don't want to babysit adults and I'm a bitch, so it probably wouldn't be a good idea because I don't have a lot of patience. I can't deal with people with no common sense. And yeah, so I do supervisor work, but I don't have to be over anybody. Like, I have to listen to people's calls sometimes, and I have to take calls whenever they're douches to people, which is a lot of times, but they have direct supervisors. I don't have to do that. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry. Okay. I had to go make sure my other stupid dog went outside. Carla, I'm not. Oh, you might be talking about when we took on. I was trying to figure out what the fuck, but you're probably talking about when we were taking on that other department, and no, I didn't like that. Because they were going to move it. I didn't want to do all that shit because I didn't want to be over anybody. I don't want to be anybody's boss. I don't have any need to do that. I'm not nobody's mama. Well, I am somebody's mama, but I'm not their mama. I don't do grown folks and babysitting. I can't. I'm not fucking telling you have to be at work on time. If you don't know that, I cannot help you. I don't have time for that kind of stupid shit. So it wouldn't be good. And I know that because I know how I am. So I have a job where I make what a supervisor, actually, we probably make more than what the regular supervisors make, but I got that job because I have my degree. Both my damn degrees. It took me forever. I had to do it because I'm ADHD. I can't do anything 4 years at a time. I freak out. I feel like it's going to take forever. So I had to do it 2 years and then 2 years to get my bachelor's degree. I was going to do my master's. I was like, fuck that. It's too much money and I don't need it. I don't think. So. I also had to do it at home because I can't do it with people. I don't know. I have LA, yay! He's not leaving his house. I swear. I told him, I said, I'm coming to help. I was like, but I cannot. I'm not. Oh my God. He's making me mad. LA, he's making me mad. Yeah, Carla, I don't really have to deal with anybody. Like, even my boss don't mess with me. Like, we do whatever today because I'm not ever late. I'm always on time because I don't sleep. I mean, I sleep like 2 or 3 hours at a time, but last night when I went to sleep, I was really tired, I guess, because I didn't wake up till 9:45. Shaggy still ain't said nothing to me. Heather ain't nobody said nothing to me. I was like, I cannot believe all of them. I was like, so I was freaking out. My boss was laughing. She's like, you have weird sleep habits anyways. She's like, you've never been late. I'm never late. I'm always early. Fucking shit, I was mad. Then I was just like, screw it. I got everything set up and then I was like, I'm not even doing this today. I have time built up because I work at home, so I can work sick and all that. Heather, where is Heather? I don't know where she's at. I text her because she goes MIA, you know, flying around. You're good, LA. I sent Twiz a thing and told him I was doing this because Kane's phone still's not working wherever he is. Shaggy's working, LA, so if he don't answer you, that's why, probably, because he's probably listening. No, he's not leaving. I said, fuck, I said, I'm not coming to dig you out of whatever the hell's going on there. Well, I told Twiz and Shaggy, oh well, they live on the West Coast. Sucks for them. We can all go down there and help. And they'll just be left out. Poor things. Yeah. Somewhat. Me and Discord don't get along. But, yeah. I don't know where the hell Kane is because he wanted me to talk. He didn't want me to leave the weather up, and now I'm here, and now he's doing whatever. And I feel ridiculous because I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying. It did shift, but I don't know. It's still, I don't freaking know. Yeah, that's where all my friends are in life, except one of them. I don't know if that's sad. It's not sad to me. I like it that way. I'm a loner. I have my house to myself now. Everybody left, and I'm excited. Ew, shut up. LA, my fucking dog. Look, I had to go pee. I'm so glad I put on music because I screamed so fucking loud. The dogs brought a dead squirrel in my living room and I almost stepped on it. Oh my God. I was freaking out. It's gross. I have to get a new dustpan now because I'm not using that. I threw it in the yard. Ew, God. What the hell? I don't even know what I did with my phone. Shit. Really? Are you fucking kidding me? How the hell did I lose the phone? I just had it in my hand. Oh my God. I hate my phone sometimes. What the fuck? Oh, and if y'all don't like that word, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. It's my mama's favorite word. And, well, I just say I inherited it from her, but I really don't understand where my damn phone is. And ain't nobody here but me, so y'all have no idea. I have been entertaining myself because nobody's here now but me. You would think I won the lottery or something. I just have no idea. What in the fuck? Really? I really cannot find my phone. Oh, I'm not going to tell y'all where it was. Oh, Heather must be doing something. There's no telling. I think she was going down the, whatever the hell the Gonzalez's lawyer's name is. That damn fruity ass man, whatever he is. He's weird to me. I can't remember his name now. Ugh, grass so gross. Squirrel. Gross. Oh, I'm not eating a fucking roadkill. It's nasty. Kane, I swear to God, you wanted me to talk. Now where the fuck, what are you doing? LA, I told him I'm when I go down, I'm going to aggravate the shit out of Kane. I swear, I'm going to aggravate him so bad. He's going to be like, never come visit me again. I promise. I can't wait. I know it's going to be so fun. Poor Twiz and Shaggy. I was like, y'all just suck. I guess y'all shouldn't live over there where y'all live. Well, I mean, I guess I live near water. I don't know. Well, yeah, there's an ocean in Alabama. I live northwest, so I'm at the top end of Alabama on the Mississippi line. Carla, that sounds like me. I didn't know how to be. I didn't know, honestly. I think Discord's how I realized who people was anyways, because I really didn't pay attention. But that sounds like me. Claustrophobic. Bro, I've been nowhere. Yeah. Where in the fuck is Kane at? I wonder if they lost power. They may have lost power because the weather was bad. I'm fixing to put the weather back on in a second. Because the weather was getting bad there. I'm just talking because he wanted me to, because I told him I was going to later on this evening. Probably. I just want to keep the weather off. Is it better there, LA and North Carolina? I didn't even realize, look, I'm a bad friend, I guess, because I knew that you lived in North Carolina, but I forgot. And then I didn't even realize a hurricane had went through there. I don't watch mainstream media, though, at all. I don't watch TV. Like, the TV, I just told them to take the damn thing. So, because... Jesus Christ, sorry, y'all, I'm yawning. I don't watch TV at all, period. So, I told my ex that he could take it for him and his dad or whatever. I don't watch the shit anyway, so I don't ever know what's going on unless I go searching for it, or unless it's something like this. Oh my God. That is scary too. Yeah, I like North Carolina. I mean, I've never been there, but I like the pictures anyways. I like anything but fucking Alabama. I guess it's just because I've been here my whole life. I'm like, okay, well, I'm bored now, so there's absolutely nothing to do here. Not that I do shit anyway. I don't even know. I just want something else to look at besides a fucking tree, I think. A dead fucking squirrel. Carla, you should be able to find me. My name's the same. Wait, fuck, what is my name? Is it the same? I don't know. Wait a minute. I might be lying to you. Hang on. Oops. What the fuck? My God, what dog is outside now? I'm fixing. These dogs are driving me fucking out of my mind. Really, they are. What in the hell? Hang on. This thing does not come. Pissing me off now. Okay. Jesus. Hang on. I'm fixing to fix this. And then send it to you. See if you can find me, and then you can look under my friends, and LA should be there. Kane, I swear to God. I'm fixing to put back on the damn weather. And I ain't using my damn camera because I woke up and brushed my hair and that was it, and my teeth, and that's all I've done. I'm never on camera though. I don't like cameras. Nigga, I wish you could get your ass off my bed too, stupid ass dog. Give me my damn blanket. Wait a minute, y'all. Hell no. Ow. Give me my motherfucking blanket. No, give me my blanket. No, no, no. Damn dog. Ugh. Tired of fighting y'all for my damn blanket. It's not your blanket. It's not yours. Y'all have some. Leave mine alone. Sorry, the dog had my blanket. Usually I have my blanket up my ass, but I didn't because I had to go pee a while ago. I threw it on the bed. I swear I'm giving Kane 5 more minutes. Oh, Heather's outside with her damn dog. LA, who are you sending friend requests to? I don't know how to barely do anything on Discord. It never wants to work right. So are you by the water too, LA, where you're at? Okay. Yeah, that's about how far I am from where you were talking about in Alabama where the beach is. That's about how far I am. Heather, my dog brought in, you missed it all. Well, I'm glad I had music playing because y'all would have heard me scream. Fucking dog brought in a dead squirrel. It was in the middle of my living room, and now I have to buy a new dustpan. Because. And Shaggy and fucking Kane, and I don't know where Kane is. Hey, AR. But Shaggy and Kane told me, they were talking about eating dead squirrel or something or cooking it. It's gross. It's so nasty. Okay, I will. LA, will you message me her thing? Because I know I'm going to mess it up and I won't never freaking find it because he's going to think, he's really making me nervous. I bet you they don't have power. AR, I hope you're feeling better today. And I hope Pete is, I mean, I know that's hard, but I hope that he is feeling as good as he can and they let him come home soon. I have to finish watching that You're and Lucky's thing. I watched some of it. I haven't finished it yet, but I will. Heather, does your dog bring in animal? Does he do that? Why are they doing this? And Nico wants to go outside and get it, and I won't let him because I've got to have a new dustpan. Threw it in the yard. What the hell is that? Who is calling me? LA, are you calling me? You scared the shit out of me. I don't know how to work. I don't know where Discord. I was like, what is that noise? What is happening? Oh shit. Wait, what? Oh god. Shaggy said they bring it to me because they love me. I was like, motherfucker, that's not a good way to show me love. Please don't bring me nothing dead. Why are these dogs doing that? I was like, well, they don't need to do that because I don't want it. That scared me. I closed everything out. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Oh god. Well, I don't even know what's funny. Okay, let me read what it said about Pete Peach tomorrow. Okay, well, if you need anything, I sent you my number. Make sure your wife has it, you know, just let me know. Anything I can do. Oh, God, I don't know, but Nico keeps wanting to go outside and get it, and I don't have another dustpan right now, and I don't want to have to buy, I'm going to buy like 4 dustpans just in case I have to do that again, because I just threw that one in the yard. Heather, I live by myself now. Did I tell you? I don't know if I told you or not. I was really excited. Ha ha ha. I'm so excited. I've been running around the house, just screaming and playing loud music because I can. It's really sad when it takes you like fucking 3 years to get rid of your ex. Shit. Yes, Steven said I went to the hospital, and yes, and yeah. Oh, you're good. I just didn't know what the hell it was. I was like, what the hell is going on? Usually, because look, this is stupid. On my computer, I can talk to people on Discord, but if it's my phone, oh shit, I can't get it to work. Me and Jennifer sat here for fucking 4 hours one day. It was awful. Anyway, I don't know what settings or what. Hey, Christy. Christy, Kane is still there, and now he's not saying nothing. I'm not touching that dustpan. You can wash the dustpan, Shaggy. I'm not washing nothing. I'm not touching it. Yuck. Oh, God. Ooh. No. Okay. Now, what was I saying? Chrissy, and I don't know where Kane is unless his power went out because he's just staying there talking about a freaking what did he put up? Cardboard or something on his window? I don't know. I know I can wash the dustpan, but I'm not touching it because that squirrel, I can't. And I don't want to, I guess I could use the stupid water outside. I don't know. I might. I'll throw some bleach on it or something and then do it. I'm not bringing it inside and washing it. Yuck. Y'all my clothes are color coordinated. I'm real funky about everything. I'm just weird. My clothes are color coordinated. The pins on my desk are color coordinated. My makeup's color coordinated. Everything in my life is color coordinated. Like my socks, everything is color coordinated. It's a thing. It's a real thing. My clothes are hung up like, I'm not even gonna tell y'all that. Anyway, I'm very weird about stuff. If you touch something, you can barely move it, and I know it's been moved. I'm just weird. Okay, girl. I'll be here, so I'll be here. Kay said, I bet you his power's out. He don't live that much above sea level. He can't. He's only 7 miles from the damn ocean. Anyway, he drives me crazy. Shaggy gonna tell me I can wash my damn dustpan. I was like, no. I will, but I won't bring it in the house to do it. I'll put bleach on it from like stand way back and throw bleach on it. Wash it. Ew. I still probably won't bring it in the house, but we'll see. If y'all would have heard me scream. Fuck, this dog is getting on my nerves. But I gotta go let this stupid dog in too. Heather wants some more dogs. And Heather, did you get my text? I know you did. That was funny. Y'all gotta hang on. What the hell do you mean no? Oh, you don't want no more dogs. You did get my text, so never mind. Why not? Well, Steven's getting these dogs as soon as he puts up a fence, I hope. Hang on, y'all. You better not be bringing in no damn animals neither. I love y'all, but y'all get on my damn nerves. Move a little bit. Damn. Are you fucking serious? God. Okay. I know I got that. Shut up, okay? No. My dog was laying on my blanket, and they cannot have my blanket. My blanket, I don't care where I go. My blanket goes everywhere I go. I do not care. It's green, and it's my favorite color, and I love it. Yeah, Nico thinks he's a lap dog, too, and he weighs about 80 pounds. Freak. No, you're not, because the police will take you away. There's nobody in my house neither. I really like it. No. Oh, Kane, I don't know what kind of sick shit you're in. Oh, God. I'm going to aggravate the shit out of you. I really am. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, though. What have you been doing? Listening to me from afar? Who's a wicked witch? What? I'm confused. Oh, I thought you were talking about Viviana. Whatever that woman's name is. I love that I can't see what she says. It just whenever Kiki pops her shit up on the thing, and I usually laugh. Well, I don't know what the fuck. No. I mean, yes, Kane, that's exactly what you need. I mean, that's all you need to worry about. That's it. There's nothing else that's going to happen starting at like 8, 9 o'clock tonight that you should be concerned with at all. That's exactly what you should be fucking doing. Christy, I told him that if we have to come do body recovery, oh my God, I'm going to be mad. What the hell? Yeah, he better not. That better be his name for you. What do you mean? Is there something you should know? Yes, Heather, we're listening. Last year, yes. And Shaggy told me that I was channeling you last night because I was texting him in all caps. Because I thought he was going to say something stupid to me, and so I was already ready to scream at him. Good, Kane, because I'm tired of fucking talking, so I can just end this live, go to yours, and when your power goes out, then I can, make sure you're not floating no fucking where. You get on my nerves. Heather, look, what are you doing? You know my brain does not work good, so, trying to keep up with what you're saying with your fucking, what? In your car? What do you mean in your car? Kane, you're driving. I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? I'm trying to figure out what Heather's talking about and what you're talking about. Wait a minute, Heather. You have to go through and read Heather's lines. Okay, listen. I wish you would get up here and talk, Heather. Then I could listen, but you don't want to. 13 days? Heather. In the tub? Heather, what the hell are you telling me? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Ever. Oh my God, Heather. Why do you have to have such a traumatic life? I thought my fucking life was traumatic. Heather, that, I don't know what to say. That makes my chest tighten up. Yeah, none of that. Oh my God, Heather. Yeah. I just want to die fast. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Oh God, Kane. What the fuck? Heather, you could be a fucking billionaire if you wrote a book about your life. What are you doing? Worse. Okay. You make my head hurt. You're making my head hurt. You're making my head hurt. You're making my anxiety bad too. Yeah, you better make sure that we'll see that you're alive. We can fix everything else. I'm not worried about that. We can't bring you back. I'm not Jesus. Ain't that right, Shaggy? I told Shaggy he should be. I'm praying. He said that all them people, whatever, that somebody's there this weekend, something anyway. They're supposed to be rededicating their life. And Shaggy, He just ain't doing it. I don't know what's wrong with him. Oh, God, hang on. Sorry, I was laughing. And that's probably not something I should laugh at. But in the middle of our conversation last night, I remembered he had told me that. And so I just busted out in the middle of our conversation and asked him, wasn't he supposed to be doing that? Me neither. That's why I quit talking about it. Except the book. You've thought about writing a book? Heather, why are you worried about helping all these other folks that are shitty to you? Not us, because we're not shitty to you. But all these other people that really don't like you, they just think you're smart, but don't want you to know that they think that. Because they do. Because they're dumbasses if they don't. But anyways, yeah, that's what you should do. Let me see where this damn storm change. You know what, Kane? If you're lying to me, let me get. I'm gonna. If you're lying, I think you are lying. Turned where, Kane? I don't see no damn. Are you going live, Kane? Hurry the hell up so that I can watch this damn news. Who the heck? Oh, wait. I think. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, Christy. Got you. Yeah, but they're stupid. Okay, but that's them that are stupid because astrology is not fucking. People aggravate me with that. And they sound stupid as shit because they are. Because astrology is a subject. It is not fucking what they think it is. And if they would, people get on my nerves that don't know something about something. See, I have that fear. I'm going to always look something up before I say something. These people just run their mouth looking stupid as hell. And I wait on that shit. That shit right there, I'm always waiting on it. Because I love to tell somebody how stupid they are when they won't look nothing up and have no idea what they're talking about. And that's one of the things there, yeah. And that's their stupidity. Because if they knew what astrology really was, they wouldn't say anything stupid like that. But they do. Anyway, astrology is not the shit I do. And I don't think I'm stupid neither. So, but it's still not the shit that I do. It is a subject. It's a fucking book with 1,000,000 pages that you will never learn all of it. There's always something you can learn in it. More than I can handle, because I can't. I'm not patient enough for all that. That's why I go to Heather. She tells me everything I need to know. Fucking eclipses. Heather, you can take them damn eclipses and shove them up your ass. Because the next time we have one, I am hiding. And I'm not talking to anybody. Do you understand? So do not forget to tell me. Fuck holding on. Fuck everything. The first one was Tommy acting stupid. This past one was, yeah, I'm not doing this no more. I'm hiding. Fuck that eclipse. What the hell does that mean? Wait a minute. What in the hell does that mean, Heather? See, I don't know what that means. What? Oh, and you got to explain to Shaggy why his birth time matters or whatever, because he don't see why anybody's birth time matters about anything or changes anything. And I'm not. Yeah, you have to explain that because I don't know. Kane, oh, Carla. Oh, hang on, Carla. I'll do it when I get done with this live because LA sent it to me. It's me too. That's why I had LA send it to me. Once I get done with the live, I'll go send you a thing. Well, I'm just telling you that. Not no more, because I bet you I don't talk to no damn body. The next time, I'm not playing. I can't handle it. I cannot handle my life. All that bullshit going on. Ugh. But I will tell you that maybe that's why I'm by myself now. But fuck that eclipse. Yeah, Shaggy. That's why. A dumbass does not know what the stuff you just said, Heather, by the way. So, again, people are stupid. And I don't even halfway understand that, but Shaggy will. But I don't understand. I mean, I know you have to have the birth time. I'm saying, though, I don't understand. If you don't, that's why we need Brian Koberger's birth time. Oh, we need to see if AR can find that out. Heather, tell me what the hell is going on with Ann Taylor so I don't have to go figure out what dumbass knows what's going on. I just know you know, so tell me. And then Kane's supposed to be going live, but he'll wait a minute. Fuck, Heather, I should have just told you to send that to him on Discord because he may be working. He may not even be able to see the thing. I don't know. I mean, he is working, but I don't know. Yeah, Heather, copy and paste what you just sent here and send it to him on Discord. Because if I send it to him, he's wanting me to explain it, and I sure as hell can't. That's all you. Well, he was born in the East, but he lives in the West now. Ow. I told you that. He's born where you are. Oh, no, not where you are. Where Chrissy is. He's born in Chicago. Ow. But don't it matter, though, that he lives in the West now? Isn't that something, too? I can't remember. Sloan was saying something, but... Like, I don't remember. Shit. Oh. What if it's nighttime? See, I don't know all this shit. I think he was 2, Heather. He don't remember nothing about the East Coast. Well, okay. I trust you. I believe you. I have no idea. I don't even know what all that means. I just know that mine is very, very me. Very, very me. And I sent it to Shaggy too. I was like, look, this is because he's like, I don't know if I believe all that. I was like, look, does that not sound like me? It sounds just like me. Just like me. Oh, hell. See, Heather, you are a walking fucking book. I mean, I don't know how you... There's no way all that stuff will be in my head. Is Kane live yet? Kane, what are you doing? You better fucking tell me when you're doing it, because I can't pay attention to everything. Y'all know that. Kane, that, I swear to God. I asked her to do that because I couldn't exactly explain to Shaggy why it mattered. Oh, okay, you're eating good. Well, I'm just saying you got to tell me before you do, because I can't pay attention to everything. All I could tell him was it was important. And then he got technical with. Oh yeah, BK's is really important. Because yeah, I think he's a Scorpio though. I mean, I think he's a true Scorpio. That I do, but I don't think Ethan is. Like Ethan does not, to me, I don't know. Oh God, what's happening, Kane? Jesus. So is that why Ethan don't act like a Scorpio? Oh my God. What does that mean? He's a weird Scorpio then. He just, I don't know. Usually my mama fucking was a true Scorpio. Oh my God. Yeah. Why don't he act weird then? No, who's not? I'm so confused. You don't think BK is a true Scorpio? The hell do you think he is? I don't know. Ethan could have been living I don't know. I don't know all the traits of them. What the fuck do you mean, tornado? Kane? Oh my God, I'm going to fucking... I might have to count to 10. I'm an Aquarius. Girl, my mom was kind too. She was just a bitch. Oh, Lord. And nosy. I'm an Aquarius. A very, very true freaking Aquarius. To the core. Oh, God. Do I want to? Let me put this damn max velocity on. Oh, that's LA. Okay. We were watching max velocity. I thought he was talking about that damn tornado. Is there really a tornado? I have a Gemini moon. That's all I know. My son's in Aquarius too, and I'm an Aquarius, I think. It's funny that I'm a Gemini moon. To me, that's so funny. It's hilarious. Yeah, I've seen him before. I watched him in Ryan Hall. Sorry, y'all. I used to put that on. I don't know what my rising sign is. What the hell's a rising sign? Heather, you know that. I don't remember what it is. Heather knows all that about me. I just know I have a Gemini moon. And my son is in Aquarius too. That's what I know. I think. Isn't that right? I don't freaking know. I just know I have a Gemini moon, and I just think it's funny. I don't know what the hell that means. What does that mean, Heather? I can't remember. She told me something with communication or something. Isn't that right? Something. I probably talk a lot. And tell me what me having a Gemini moon means when I'm Aquarius. Because I don't remember. Yeah, Heather, no dumbass knows all the stuff, like that kind of stuff. That's not, I mean, people get on my nerves. What the hell does that mean, Heather? I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say that. What the fuck? Oh, God, yeah. Heather, anybody calls you a dumbass. He's saying, what if they wrote down the wrong birth time? I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say that. I can't help it. I can't help but laugh. Oh, shit. Heather, what the fuck does airy mean? If anybody can tell you something, I would trust Heather too. Let her tell you all about yourself. Because if anybody can, it's Heather. That's the only person I go to. She'll be saying somebody else. I'm like, I don't want to talk to them. I just want you to tell me. Ice. Oh my God. See, I told you. I told y'all. What did I say? What did I just get out of my mouth? She just told you. Okay, what about a damn tornado? Because I think he was telling us a lie. Because I think he was. Don't be lying to us about nothing. Why is that damn phone ring? How about I don't answer the phone, so it's just gonna ring. Oh God. I told y'all what he was gonna say. I knew exactly what he was gonna say. I told y'all. Oh God. Kane, were you going to tell me? Are you just going to sit there and I'm just going to be, I swear to God, all you're doing is making your aggravation, you're going to be really more aggravated now because you're aggravating the piss out of me. Ow! Damn it. I just dropped something hard. shit. Anyway, Heather, before I get off on this motherfucker. What? I don't get that. I'm not laughing at you. I was laughing at her voodoo doll, and I don't know what the fuck a blue pill is. So I'm lost on that one. I don't know if I want to know either. Y'all. You know I ain't laughing at you, Heather. I don't never. I always tell you. Yeah, they do. I mean, the fucking president, they all use astrology. I mean, they all do. Okay. Now, Heather, tell me what the fuck you said about me. What? Are you calling me an airhead? Is that what you're calling me? I'm not real sure what you're saying. Hey, Bubbly. Kane's in here, too. She was worried about you, Kane. What are you talking about, Ellie? I don't know what we're talking about, but he's talking about a pill and you're talking about a damn voodoo doll, so I'm confused. Oh, I don't watch that movie. I don't watch shit like that. I don't watch fucking TV. And I damn sure ain't watching that movie. Oh, God. Heather, okay, tell me what the hell my thing meant. So that way, Kane can go live and we can watch to see if he gets blown away or something. I fucking guess because he's not listening. What, Kane? I swear. He's pissing me off. Y'all done got Heather on a damn roll. We got too much going on in here. Some blue dolls and, I mean, a fucking voodoo doll and pills and fucking... Kane, are you still, you know, able to say anything or, you know, I guess this is his excitement. It's really not exciting for me, though. No, he's not leaving, Bubbly. He lied to me. He said he was, and then he decided he's not because he said the storm has turned. I haven't looked again yet, but I will. If you don't quit saying holy shit. Heather, tell me what the hell you said. Something about air. What does that mean? Are you calling me airhead? What does that mean? Bitch. Thank you, Heather. God. Why'd you have to say that where Shaggy could hear you? Now I'm never going to look that down. Are you crazy? What fire? Okay, now that Heather's called me an airhead, and that I will never live that one down now. Are you going live, Kane, or you know, what are you doing? Oh, God. Heather, don't be telling everybody that. I already know that. I should have asked you. I didn't know you was going to. Well, I'm waiting on you to say your... Oh, my God. You're making my head hurt. I'm done because Heather's exposing all of my shit. I'm just playing. I don't care. I'm me. I sure am. That is exactly me. That's exactly it. For real. Fuck you, Shaggy. Man, fuck you. I knew you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, God. Whatever. Okay. Well, do you want to go? I'm fixing to, I swear, Kane. Go live, Kane, and then I'll get off. We'll make sure you can go live first. Oh, shit. Heather, come on now. Shit. You're just making this shit worse for me. You know that? I just want you to know that. Fuck. Man. Oh, I ain't never living this shit down. And now... Okay, Kane, are you going live or what are you doing? Go ahead, and then I can get off. I don't want to have to redo this if something happens. You can't. I don't know. I don't know that Meg comes in my thing, does she? She might. I don't even know who comes in my thing. I just, whoever comes here, comes here. Girl, I ain't even going to tell you what I thought you just said, LA. I read that. All the way wrong. All the way wrong. Ew, Kane, God. No. What? Shit. Really? Okay. This is why I didn't want to talk. No, Kane, sorry. Anyway. Okay, I'm ending this so Kane's asking, and I don't know why you can't use Discord, Kane. If I can use it, you should be able to use it. But anyway. Especially if you're on a damn computer. See, Heather, all you had to tell him to make him believe is just tell him what my shit says, and then he'll believe you. Oh my gross. Anyway, what the fuck? Yeah, I watch all Heather stuff. I should have just started with the easy shit and just say, hey, tell Shaggy what my shit says, and then he'll believe you. You won't have to tell him nothing else. I should have just done it the easy way, but I didn't. Okay, I'm fixing to end this so Kane can do whatever the hell it is he's doing. Gross, Kane, God. Heather, I need to watch that video, that one video again. Yeah, they all did. The presidents have them. All of these people do. They all have psychics and all that shit. That's how, I mean... Sloan Bella's also almost got me to where I don't even eat fast food anymore. And I don't listen to a whole lot of people like... well, she's the only one I actually listen to like that. Oh, God. What is that, Heather? See what? What are we looking at? No, I haven't. What is this? Oops. Who is that? Oh, Dinky? Oh, no, I was going to watch that earlier, and I didn't. I can't, because I can't deal with drunk turkey. Look, I told Kiki, I sent her a text. I said, fall back, girl, fall back. Because she was putting up people's comments on the screen. I was like, you do not want to put my comment up there because you know how she is. Because I was like, no, it was Daniel. I was like, Daniel's a fucking tool. She put it up there. I was like, yeah, I told you to fall back, not to be putting my stuff up there. I was like, you're nicer than I am. I can't. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll watch it in just a second. Do y'all want to watch it? Okay, hang on. We'll watch it. I can make it work. Kane, get your shit set up. God. I know how to share my damn screen. Oh. What the fuck is that? Hang on, y'all. I don't know how to work nothing, so. That is not. Why is that doing that? Fucking weird. What the fuck? Swear. Yeah, he is. I don't watch him. Like, his thing, if it even pops up on my stuff, I don't even click on his shit anymore. I can't hang with it. I can't. I can deal with people that think he's guilty, but I can't deal with idiots that I'm just not. I can't do it. That's why I put what I did in our Discord, because I was like, if one more fucking person tells me that he's guilty because of a speeding ticket or a seatbelt ticket, I'm calling 911 and getting you in a mental evaluation, because that is absolutely absurd. It's fucking stupid. It sounds stupid. It is stupid. Why in the fuck would you even say something stupid like that? A seatbelt ticket and a fucking speeding ticket. Like, that. Oh, fuck. Anyway, I can't. I don't have patience. I really don't at all, period. I'm sure that shows in my astrology as well. I do not have patience. And I can't deal with people with no common sense at all. Okay, hang on.
No breathing, don't give a fuck if I come out bleeding. This is my last freedom.
No, really. Actions speak louder than words. A lot of people will say, oh, Ann Taylor said that she thinks he's innocent. I don't care what she said she thinks. She said a lot of things. Bethany had exculpatory evidence. We're going to hear that. Brian Koberger had an alibi. We're going to hear that. Bunch of BS. And a lot of you just bought it. With nothing to back it up and nothing to prove any of the stuff that she has claimed up to this point. There's no alibi still. Where's the exculpatory evidence that she keeps yelling she has? Why is he still sitting in jail without bail? Or why haven't they done anything to expedite this process if he's truly innocent? Actions speak louder than words. And the actions of the defense team are screaming guilt. Screaming guilt. You can be blinded by that all you want. You may even look the other way. You may even deny it and see it in front of you and still deny it. It doesn't change the fact that that's what it is.
What? What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Let's see. Crime Sleuth says he's wearing hidden restraints under the clothes like a belly chain, stun belt, or cuff. He won't be going in. Well, that wasn't the case in Moscow, And even if that is the case, you can't see it, you can't tell. If he were to do something underneath, or create a fake key, or steal one, or have some pro burger mail him one in a cake, or something weird like that, which they'll probably go through. But I wouldn't put it past any of y'all, some of y'all weirdos that would have done that. You men too, and probably send them your underwear. Well, anyways, if he were to get out, you wouldn't be able to, like, it would be harder to tell whether or not he was secure without those things. And there's the possibility of like the cuff getting cut in, or the cuff of the jacket being caught into the where the teeth connect in the restraints, and so in the handcuffs. So, I mean, I've never seen anybody do it, but in like a couple of times, were they able to get out of there by utilizing clothing in there to kind of get the keys to work or the teeth to work in a specific way. I mean, those things are possible. I mean, are they likely? Probably not, but are they possible? Yeah. And so you want to plan for the potential possibility there of something bad happening. Let's see.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Man, I got all the flavor bitches say I'm delicious. I'ma have all you motherfuckers laying in the ditch. I'ma kill all you.
Join Google Fi Wireless and get $800 off Pixel 9 Pro with $300 off instantly. Experience Google Pixel 9 Pro, the most powerful Pixel yet. It features Gemini, your built-in AI assistant, which can help you brainstorm what to make for dinner with just a snap of a photo. Plus, add yourself to group photos.
Was that motherfucker talking about me? I just knocked everything off of my desk. Every fucking thing. Was that motherfucker talking about me? Was he? Because I really felt that slur. Stupid motherfucker. Oh, shit. Yep. He's going to be blocking me in a minute. Because I got something to tell his ass. Fucking loser. Fucking loser. Loser. And I'm fixing to tell him he's a fucking loser. Ugh. That's about the second fucking slur he's made. And, yeah. Oh, my God. I shouldn't have watched that, Heather. Well, I'm fixing to play a damn game. No, I'm not opening a beer. It is caffeine. Somebody asked me that. Oh, shit. Well. Okay, I'm glad you are, because I got to cuss out this fucking drunk chicken. What the fuck ever he is. Because I'm finna do it now. You already know I'm pissed. I'm fucking mad. You stupid. Okay. I'm, Alright. I'll see y'all in Kane's thing in a minute.